Morning. Today is Monday, November 18th. It's 10 a.m. and I call this meeting of the Platte County Commission to order. This morning we have Michael Lazio with us. Would you please lead us in the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Michael Lazio, Bethel House of Prayer. And as I was pondering this morning, I just kept the theme stirring in my heart was being thankful. And we're entering into, obviously Thanksgiving is coming up, but personally, I just try to foster a heart of Thanksgiving like day in and day out, because we all go through trials, tribulations, and all that stuff. But somehow a thankful heart really helps us navigate through those times. And so I want to read a couple verses. And really, Thanksgiving is acknowledging the giver, not just the gift. And so the giver of everything. And so James 1:17 says this: every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. So he doesn't change, but he's the good giver of all good and perfect gifts. And the next one was just having a thankful heart out of Psalm 100. It says, "No one recognized with gratitude that the Lord himself is God. It is he who has made us and not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with a song of thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Be thankful to him, bless and praise his name. For the Lord is good, his mercy and loving kindness are everlasting. His faithfulness endures to generation after generation." So if you would pray with me, and we're just going to give thanks to God this morning. Father, we stand here in this place and we acknowledge you that you're the giver of every good and perfect gift. We come before you with thanksgiving in our hearts even now. And Father, would you help us navigate through our lives, through thick and thin, trials and tribulations, with a thankful heart, acknowledging that you are the giver of every good and perfect gift. Amen. Would you join me in the pledge? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Michael.
Could I also add, I'd like to congratulate Pastor Michael Lazio on the, I believe, 20th anniversary of the Bethel House of Prayer.
Yes.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Okay, before we get started today, if anybody wants to speak today, we have some speaker cards up on the on that metal thing on the wall. Please fill them out and deliver them to Jera, and we'll get you in at the public comments section at the end, unless you're commenting about something that's on the agenda, of course. The first item on our agenda is the approval of the agenda.
Move to approve the agenda?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll. Yes.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda is the consent calendar.
I move to approve the consent calendar.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll. Yes.
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 And motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, business action items. First one is 2024 RES 059 to be presented by Platte County Auditor Kevin Robinson. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kevin Robinson, Platte County Auditor. Before you for Resolution 2024 RES 059 is a request to have a public hearing on Monday, December 2nd at 10 a.m. during the first commission session of the month. Proposed amendments will be made available on November 22nd, 2024 prior to 10 a.m. Those are available in my office as well as online. With that, I respectfully request approval of RES 059.
Move to approve business action item 6A, 2024 RES 059, public hearing request to amend the 2024 budget.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024 RES 060.
Again, Commissioners, Kevin Robinson, Platte County Auditor. Before you, RES 060 is for a public hearing to be held on Monday, December 16th, 2024 at 10 a.m. During the second session of the month of December. Of course, both of these public hearings are as scheduled, and this is in anticipation closing out of the year. Proposed amendments will be made available on December 6th, 2024, again, online in my office. With that, I respectfully request approval of RES 060.
I move approval of 2024-RES-060, a public hearing request for the 2024 budget.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frymer?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Next on the agenda, 2024 RES 068, to be presented by Sheriff's Office Major Eric Holland. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Major Holland from the Sheriff's Office. What you have before you is the 2024 Local Law Enforcement Block Grant, commonly referred to as LLEBG application. This is an award that is capped at $10,000 if it's awarded. Sheriff's Office is seeking $9,895 for the purchase of 6 additional body-worn cameras, batteries for the body-worn cameras in the docking station. As we've approached full staff, we determined that the initial allocation of body cameras that we got met the staffing needs at the time they were purchased, and now we need to get these additional ones to get body cams for our new officers.
Move to approve business action item 6C, 2024 RES 068, application for the LLEBG grant.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frymer?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0. And next on the agenda, 2024 CO 205.
Good morning, Commissioners. Captain Tony Avery, Sheriff's Office.
Morning,
What
Kevin.
you have before you, 2024 CO 205, is the 2024-2025 State Emergency Management contract for the Platte County Emergency Management personnel. This year, the contract is only paying for 50% of the emergency manager's salary and 50% of one of the assistant emergency management salaries. This grant started on July 1st of this year, will run through June 30th of next year. This is a 50% reimbursement. So the county will be reimbursed for 50% of the award of $189,589.50.
Would you like to introduce your replacement?
I would be remiss to introduce to the court my replacement, Captain Daniel Gates. He comes to us with over 32 years experience with the Kansas City Police Department, where he recently retired as a major. He's taken over as the emergency management coordinator for Platte County because, as you're all aware, after 37 years, I will be retiring at the end of the year. So I'm going to be leaving this position in very good hands.
Well, congratulations to you, Captain Avery. Thank you for your service, and we look forward to working with you, Captain Gates. Welcome to Platte County.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I move approval of 2024-CO-205, an order approving an agreement between Platte County and the State Emergency Management Association.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frymer?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024 CO 206.
Good morning, Commissioners. Again, what you have before you, 2024 CO 206, is our annual contract with Voice Products. Voice Products provides us with the recording services for all administrative telephone calls, 911 telephone calls, and all radio traffic that passes through our 800 megahertz radio system for subsequent retrieval at a future date if it's so needed. This contract begins in February of 2025 and will run through February of
Move to approve business action item 6E, 2024 CO 206, an agreement between Platte County and Voice Products Services.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frymer?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanderburgh?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024 CO 207.
Good morning, Commissioners. What you have before you, 2024 CO 207, is an annual contract renewal with Eaton Corporation for preventative maintenance service on the Universal Power Supply, or UPS, that is located in the Platte County Sheriff's Office Communications Center, that in the event of power outages, it will maintain all of the emergency radio equipment for continued communications by the dispatch personnel. This is a budgeted item, and the contract ended at the end of October, but this is included in the 2026 budget.
I move approval of 2024-CO-207 and order approving an agreement between Platte County and Eaton Corporation for the UPS maintenance and service.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frymer?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanderburgh?
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024 CO 208.
And lastly, Commissioners, what you have is 2024 CO-208. This is the annual contract renewal between Platte County and the Absolute Comfort Technologies, who provide generator and HVAC preventative maintenance and service for the county, taking care of generators, AC and heating units at our radio tower sites, as well as our command vehicle. This is an annual renewal. It's been budgeted into the 2026 budget, and this contract begins after the beginning of the year.
Move to approve business action item 6G, order agreement with Absolute Comfort Technologies.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frymer?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanderburgh?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Commissioners, for everything. It's been very, very wonderful experience. Take care.
We'll see you at your retirement celebration.
There you go.
Yeah.
27th, I believe.
It's on our calendar. Next on the agenda, some executive appointments. We have 6 of them to be presented by County Administrator Wes Minder. Wes will take all those at once, and then we'll vote once at the end. If that's okay.
Morning, Commissioners. Wes Minder, County Administrator. We have a series of nominations for multiple boards that the county does appointments to. The first one is to appoint Chris Wright as the county's primary representative to the MARC board, with Commissioner Vanover as an alternate. The need for this is, of course, the soon-to-be vacation of the seat to my left by Commissioner Wood, and so Mr. Wright would be replacing her on that. The second one we have is for the Community Action Agency of Greater Kansas City. And the recommendation is to appoint Ray Kingsley as the county's primary representative to that board. Also, we have the Midwest Small Business Finance Board of Directors, and the recommendation is Jacob Wilson for that representative. And then the Platte County Board of Services, which provides services, resources for folks that are intellectually and developmentally disabled. The recommendation is to appoint Jeff Koski and Adam Tholen to that board. And lastly, for the county's representative, one of the county's representatives on the Mid-Continent Public Library Board, the recommendation is to appoint Aaron Jung to that committee.
I move approval of 2024 RES-061, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, which are appointments of Chris Wright, Ray Kingsley, Jacob Wilson, Jeff Koski, Adam Tholen, and Aaron Jung to various boards.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frymer?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanderburgh?
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wes. Next on the agenda, 4 items to be presented by Parks and Recreation's Director Daniel Erickson, the first of which is 2024 RES-067. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning, Commissioners. Daniel Erickson on behalf of the Platte County Parks and Recreation Department. If it's okay with the commission, I'd like to present NONP as one item voted on separately because they're all interrelated. As you are aware, the Park Board, in reviewing the Parks Master Plan, has given staff direction to really focus on our trail development and to, in particular, focus on connecting neighborhoods to the trail network we've designed. In light of that, we're currently under construction of what we're calling the Thousand Oaks connector that connects Brush Creek Trail to the large neighborhood of Thousand Oaks and Hidden Valley. So that's one example. This is a second example where we're trying to connect the Seven Bridges neighborhood, which is a very large neighborhood and growing, to the Prairie Creek Greenway Trail. There's currently in highway is the barrier. We're looking at at-grade crossings. We don't particularly like at-grade crossings because they're a little more dangerous. You got people don't necessarily know to slow down. So we have negotiated a memorandum of understanding with the developer of Seven Bridges, where they would agree to upgrade an intersection on in-highway into the development, opposed to just a regular intersection at grade to install a full roundabout. Roundabouts are, they slow people way down. They're much safer, but they're also very safe for at-grade crossings because you only have to cross one lane in traffic, then you have protection area, and then another lane. So that's the general workings of this memorandum of understandings, resolution 67. The developer is agreeing to upgrade the interchange to a fully functional roundabout at his expense. We are agreeing to connect that roundabout into the Prairie Creek Greenway, in addition to purchasing some land that he owns on that side to expand our trailhead and create a little park. So resolution 67 is the general memorandum of understanding. CO 110 or 210 is an agreement with a company to go ahead and design the park, trailhead / park, and resolution or commission order 211 is an agreement with Renaissance Infrastructure Consulting Company to actually design the trail connection to connect it from the roundabout to the Prairie Creek Greenway. So with that, staff recommends you approve resolution 67, CO 110, 210, and CO 211.
Move approval of 2024-RES-067, a memorandum of understanding between Platte County and OB Rentals.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freier?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Banther?
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0.
Move to approve 2024 CO 210 professional services agreement with Renaissance Infrastructure Consulting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freier?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Banther?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0.
Move approval of 2024-CO-211, a professional service agreement with Renaissance Infrastructure Consulting for work at the Seven Bridges Trail Connection.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freier?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Banther?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024 CO 212.
Commissioners, in line of the direction from the Park Board again to try to connect neighborhoods and to finish some of these trails that we already have established, this is a segment of trail that's proposed for design that goes from Running Horse Road or south of Platte City to the community center. Renaissance Construction Consulting is eager to get started on this work and do a design. So staff recommends you approve this commission order in the amount of $69,460 to do this design, in hopes to having it designed and ready to bid and construction in the next spring. So the attorney has certified that the contract is legal, and the auditor has certified that the funds are available. All of the funds for this item and the one prior are all generated to the park's stormwater sales tax.
I move approval of 2024-CO-212, a professional service agreement with Renaissance Infrastructure Consulting for the Running Horse Trail Connector design.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freier?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Banther?
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Daniel. Next on the agenda, 2024 CO 204 to be presented by Public Works Director Bob Hine. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bob Hine, Director of Public Works. Commissioners, this item is for the purchase of one 9-foot long snow plow, and it is the plow only. The hanging bracket and the controls and some sundry items are already on a truck, so this is just replacement of the blade. Our staff has identified a current bid through November 30th of this year that was submitted to and accepted by the city of Kansas City, Missouri under their contract EV 2959-1, modification number 1 from American Equipment. This is a contract that is offered cooperative by American Equipment, so we're tagging on to it. The cost for this item is $6,347. The county councilor has reviewed and approved the memorandum, as well as the county auditor has approved the funds are available. Therefore, our staff would recommend that the commission approve this purchase.
Move to approve business action item 6R, 2024 CO204, an MOU for a snow plow blade.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Brinker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanek?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Bob. Next on the agenda, 2024 CO 209 to be presented by Platte County Recorder of Deeds, Christopher Wright.
Good morning, Commissioners. Christopher Wright, County Recorder. I have with me this morning the Honorable Terry Lois, Register of Deeds of Leavenworth County, Kansas. Before you this morning, Commissioners, 2024-CO-209 is a contract that will create a public and private partnership with my office and Identified Holding LLC. Register Mashburn is with me this morning. Register Mashburn is also contracting with Identified. This program is a first in the nation, robust, proactive deed fraud program that we have created. Register Mashburn and I envisioned and created this program. We talked with our vendors, software engineers, and they wrote the program that will allow individuals to place a lien against their own property, to cloud their own property, so it will make it almost impossible to be stolen from out under them. As you know, Commissioners, I am passionate about deed fraud education and awareness and protecting my constituents. And I humbly ask that you approve this contract. We have an opportunity to do good things, and that excites me. And Thank you, Commissioners.
And the budget impact
I'm
is,
excited. I'm so excited. I don't have words, and
Well, and the
that's rare.
the budget impact is $0. You're getting these donated.
Yes, Commissioner. So that is yes. So we were able. I was able to work with Identified, and this is a zero fiscal impact to the taxpayers for the program. We will not be paying for the cameras. We'll not be paying for the liens. We will not be paying for any of that. It is totally free. We were able to negotiate that with Identified. That is correct.
Excellent. Thank you.
I move for approval of 2024-CO-209, a contract with Identify Holding LLC.
I second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Chris, yes, go ahead. No.
I just want to thank you both for putting the best interests of the property owners first in your jobs and for being so proactive. So this is a brand new tool, first in the nation. You guys are doing great things. It's not just being reactive to deed fraud, but you're actually preventing it, which is going to save taxpayers a lot of money. You know, defending that in court costs a lot of people a lot of money, and some of them don't have the money, the resources to pay for that. You've seen that here in Platte County. It's hit Platte County, and I can't say enough good things about the work that you've done in the recorder's office, Chris. Thank you so much for everything. I think this is great, and I understand you're getting national attention for this as well.
Yes, we have.
Did you want to elaborate at all or not?
So
I teed it up for you there.
yeah, so we had a expose that was live on Fox 4. We had a seminar kind of thing where we rolled it out, kind of a press release. We had members of both Kansas and Missouri's legislature. We had representatives from the governor's office, from the attorney general's office, and from several congressmen and senators' offices. Register Mashburn and I were invited to Washington so we can meet with Missouri and Kansas's delegation in Washington to work on national legislation across the country. Because what we see is these fraudsters are not always in Kansas or in Missouri. They're in other states and other countries. And KBI and Missouri Highway Patrol don't really necessarily have the resources to go after them. And so we need national legislation to protect homeowners. So yes. So
Excellent. Thank you so
I
much.
thought the recorder position was kind of a sleepy position where you.
boy,
guys
I
just-
tell you, Commissioner, I thought it was going to be just.
Let me educate you on this.
Yeah,
It's
thank-
When
exciting.
you have a good recorder, it's not sleepy.
Yeah, I'm learning that. Yeah, thank you both for what you do.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Any further comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Brinker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, announcements from county office holders and staff about public comments. Does anybody have any public comments? Okay, commission comments.
I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
That's right. Thank you. Okay. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Brinker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Bailey?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. It is 10:26 a.m. and we are adjourned. Okay, we will stay right here.